Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in today. Today's video is going to be covering underneath the ocean, underneath water, what kind of megalithic structures and just statues, what is underneath the water. I've seen a lot of debates. One of the more famous ones would be Flint Dibble and Graham Hancock on the Joe Rogan Experience. Archaeologist, if you have a degree and you're an archaeologist, it seems like you just get to shut down everybody no matter what. And the reason I wanted to cover the ocean today, because it approximately is covering 71% of the Earth's surface. Most of this, is just remaining so unexplored. So only about 5% of the ocean has been thoroughly explored. This figure often refers to the detailed exploration that includes biological, geological, and chemical studies beyond just mapping. Mapping efforts, while exploration in terms of understanding life, geological features, and other phenomena might be at 5%. The mapping of the ocean floor has seen more progress. As of recent data, around 26.1% of the global seafloor has been mapped with modern high-resolution technology like multi-beam sonar systems. However, this mapping doesn't necessarily equate to exploration in terms of understanding the ecosystem or detailed geological features. The challenges in the exploration is the ocean's vastness. Its depth, average of about 3,682 meters, extreme pressure, darkness, and cold temperatures at that depth make exploration very challenging. These conditions limit the effectiveness of human exploration and even advanced technology like ROVs, remotely operated vehicles, or UAVs, autonomous underwater vehicles. Another thing that I think it's important to really dig deeper into the ocean and, just dismiss basic archaeologists who have simple minds and, they just shut you down. I've actually been blocked by Flint Dibble on Twitter, or X, I should say. He seems to do that if you say anything that goes outside his narrative. But with just knowing that us living now have not been in the past. We don't know what was happening. But just for the fact that we know landmass moves over time, it's important that we just do consider how the tectonic plates, they are shifting. Over millions of years, tectonic plates have shifted due to processes like seafloor spreading, subduction, and continental drift. This movement has led to the creation and destruction of land masses. For instance, the supercontinent Pangaea began breaking apart around 175 million years ago, leading to the current configuration of the continents we see today. When you look at continental drift, continents have moved vast distances over time. For example, what is now North America was connected to Europe and Africa as part of Pangaea. The Atlantic Ocean didn't exist as we know it today. It formed as 3 continents drifted apart. Before Pangaea, there were other supercontinents like Rodinia about 1 billion years ago, and possibly Nuna, also known as Columbia, around 1.5 billion years ago. These cycles of supercontinent formation and breakup illustrate significant landmass movements over geological timescales. Landmass changes. Over shorter geological timescales, thousands of millions of years, land masses can change due to erosion, sediment, deposition, and volcanic activity. Of course, human activities apply also. However, these changes are minuscule compared to tectonic movements. Sea level rise, while not directly moving landmass, rising sea levels can alter the apparent size of land masses by submerging coastal areas. Conversely, some areas might see land emergence due to isostatic rebound, where land previously depressed by ice sheets rises after the ice melts. There's mention of islands increasing in land mass over decades, which might be due to the sediment accumulation, volcanic activity, or human engineering rather than tectonic movements. Over geological time, continents have moved thousands of kilometers. For instance, the rate of movement for tectonic plates is about as fast as fingernails grow, roughly 2 to 10 centimeters per year. Over millions of years, this adds up to significant distances and fundamentally changing the Earth's surface. So, considering all that as you go through this video, having an open mind, you gotta think there's a possibility that we will never know some of the stuff that was here. Enjoy the video. Also, before we get started, if you guys could subscribe, hit that button right now, hit like. It helps me out so much in the algorithm. You guys are doing an amazing job. I've got such a big influx of new subscribers. I'm really thrilled about it. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers. I really never thought I would get to that point, but I feel like I can do it. So if you guys could help me out, I would really appreciate it. Now you can enjoy the video. Bimini Road. Located off the coast of North Bimini Island in the Bahamas, the Bimini Road is an underwater rock formation that has captured the imagination due to its linear arrangement of limestone blocks, resembling a submerged road or wall. The formation's age has been estimated through various geological studies, with some analysis suggesting it could be around 2,000 to 4,000 years old. This would place its origin between 400 BCE to 2000 CE, making it a relatively recent formation in geological terms. The formation's discovery was somewhat serendipitous, noted by divers who initially thought they had found an ancient road or wall due to its straight line appearance. The blocks vary in size, but some are quite large, contributing to the speculation of human construction. Through natural process can also explain this variability. Despite its fame, the Bimini Road's exact formation process continues to be subject of study, illustrating how natural phenomena can mimic human-made structures, challenging our perceptions of ancient civilizations. The city of Dwarka, situated off the coast of Gujarat, India, the submerged city of Dwarka holds significant cultural and archaeological interest due to its association with Lord Krishna from Hindu mythology. Archaeological explorations have dated structures and artifacts found here to around 1500 BC, making them approximately 3,500 years old today. Carbon dating of pottery and other materials from the site have corroborated this timeline, aligning with the period when Krishna is believed to have lived according to ancient texts. The site's underwater structures, including fortified foundations, suggest a well-planned urban layout, which has been partially explored through underwater archaeology. The city's mythological connection to Krishna has made it a focal point to both spiritual pilgrimage and archaeological interest, with ongoing efforts to digitize and preserve its underwater remnants for public viewing. Recent findings include evidence of maritime trade around 125 stone anchors, indicating Dwarka's role as a significant port town over 2,000 years ago. The site's exploration has not only challenged historical timeline, but also provided insights into ancient engineering techniques, with structures designed to withstand strong currents for centuries. Yonaguni Monument. Located off the coast of Yonaguni Island, Japan, the Yonaguni Monument is a submerged rock formation that has sparked significant debate regarding its origin. Discovered in the mid-1980s, this structure, resembling a step pyramid, is estimated to be at least 10,000 years old. Based on geological studies and the dating of associated stalactites within underwater caves, this age suggests it could have been above water during a time when sea levels were lower, potentially aligning with the end of the last ice age. While no direct carbon dating of the monument itself has been conducted, the geological context and associated artifacts have been analyzed to infer its age. The site's discovery was accidental, noticed by a diver looking for hammerhead sharks, highlighting how underwater archaeology often relies on chance encounters. The monument's largest structure resembles a pyramid, with some parts appearing to be carved or shaped, fueling the debate over its origins. Despite its fame, the Japanese government has not officially recognized the Yonaguni Monument as a cultural property, maintaining a neutral stance on its origin. Atlit Yam, Located off the coast of Atlit, Israel, in the Mediterranean Sea, Atlit Yam is a submerged Neolithic village that has been dated through carbon dating to be between 8,900 and 8,300 years old, making it one of the oldest underwater settlements known today. The site, now resting at depths of 8 to 12 meters, was once part of a land bridge that connected what is now Israel to Cyprus during lower sea levels. Artifacts and structures, including a well, stone semicircles, and megaliths, have been carbon dated, confirming its age and providing insight into early human life during a pre-pottery Neolithic B period. Atlit Yam's well, one of the oldest known wells in the world, contain a rich array of artifacts, including tools and human remains, indicating it was a communal gathering point. The site's abandonment around 6300 BC is often linked to rising sea levels, suggesting a gradual rather than catastrophic end, which contrasts with some theories about sudden global floods in ancient times. The presence of domesticated plants and animals at Atlit Yam indicate an early form of agriculture, making it a key site for studying the Neolithic revolution's impact on human society. Pavlopetri, located in the Peloponnese region of Greece, near the modern village of Pavlopetri in Vatica Bay, this submerged city is considered the oldest underwater town ever discovered, dating back approximately 5,000 years. This makes Pavlopetri's structure around 3,000 years older than commonly known historically city-states of classical Greece. The site, now resting under 4 meters of water, was first systematically explored in the 1960s, revealing a well-planned urban layout with streets, buildings, and even what appears to be a sophisticated water management system. Carbon dating of artifacts, including pottery, has confirmed its occupation, Mycenaean period, back to the final Neolithic age, suggesting continuous habitation from around 2800 BC. This site was likely a center for textile production, evidenced by numerous loom weights found, indicating a specialized economy beyond mere subsistence. The site's preservation has been so affected due to its submersion that it offers one of the few opportunities to study an ancient town's layout in situ without the need for extensive reconstruction. Efforts to protect the site include its inclusion in marine charts for mariners and the placement of buoys to prevent damage from boat anchors, making it as one of the first underwater sites in Greece to receive such conservation measures. The city of Heracleion, situated off the coast of Egypt in the Bay of Abu Qir, the submerged city of Heracleion, also known as Thanis, represents one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of underwater cities. This city, which was a major port during the late period of ancient Egypt, is believed to have been established around 8th century BC, making its structures approximately 2,800 years old today. The site was rediscovered in 2000 by Frank Gaudio's team, revealing a wealth of artifacts, including statues, sphinxes, and a vast array of smaller items that have been carbon dated to confirm its age. This dating aligns with historical texts that the city's known interactions with Greek and Egyptian cultures, highlighting its role as a pivotal trade and religious center. The site was not only a commercial hub, but it also held significant religious importance, housing the temple of Amun, where rituals for the continuation of the dynasty took place. The city's rediscovery has been aided by advanced underwater archaeological techniques, revealing structures like underground rooms filled with wicker fruit baskets, indicating preservation practices or offerings possibly related to funerary rites. The ongoing exploration of the site is supported by institutions like the Hilti Foundation, continues to uncover new artifacts, suggesting that much of the city remains buried under sediment, offering potential for future discoveries that could further illuminate ancient Egyptian and Greek interactions. The pyramids of Cuba. Off the coast, the peninsula of Cuba, in the Pinar del Rio province, lies a site that has captured the imagination of many due to its underwater structures, often referred to as the Cuban pyramids. These formations were discovered in 2001 by marine engineers Pauline Zaletsky, and Paul Weinsweig, are located at the depth of approximately 650 meters. The age of the structure remains subject to debate, with initial sonar images suggesting that they might be part of an ancient city or complex. While no direct carbon dating has been performed on the structures themselves due to the depth and the challenge of the underwater archaeology. Their depth and challenges of underwater archaeology, associated materials or geological context might suggest that the age potentially is exceeding over 10,000 years old, aligning with when the area could have been above water. The initial discovery was made using advanced sonar technology, which captures images interpreted as pyramids and other geometric structures, sparking global interest. The Cuban government initially speculated on the possibility of these being man-made structures, though definitive proof remains elusive. Port Royal, Jamaica. Located at the end of the Palisados, a 15-mile sand spit extending from Kingston, Port Royal, once known as the wickedest city on earth, was a bustling 17th century English mercantile center in the Caribbean. The city, submerged after a catastrophic earthquake in 1692, now lies partially underwater, preserving structures and artifacts that date back to its peak in the late 17th century. The age of these underwater structures therefore spans approximately 332 years since the disaster, offering a snapshot in life of that era. Carbon dating of artifacts like tobacco pipes, wine bottles, and even human remains have confirmed its timeline, providing insights into the daily life, trade, and sudden destruction. Port Royal's sudden submersion preserved organic materials like wood and textiles, which are rare finds in terrestrial archaeology, providing a unique window into the past. The discovery of a pocket watch with its hands frozen at 11:43, the exact time of the earthquake, marked a significant moment in archaeology for pinpointing the disaster's timing. Efforts to develop Port Royal as a tourism attraction, include a museum and underwater park, aim to balance preservation with public access, making it one of the few underwater archaeological sites with such ambitions. The temples of Mahabalipuram, situated on the Coromandel coast of the Bay of Bengal in Tamil Nadu, India. Mahabalipuram, also known as Mamallapuram, is renowned for its group of monuments, which includes a shore temple, a World Heritage Site. The shore temple, part of this complex, was constructed around the 8th century AD under the reign of Narasimhavarman II, making its structures approximately 1,300 years old today. While direct carbon dating of the temple itself isn't typically conducted due to its historical and archaeological significance, associated artifacts and the broader archaeological context support this timeline. The temple complex, with its distinctive Dravidian architecture, showcases the early stages of temple building in South India, featuring shrines dedicated to both Shiva and Vishnu. The 2004 tsunami inadvertently aided excavations by revealing previously submerged structures, hinting at a more extensive temple complex than previously thought. The shore's temple construction technique, building from the top to bottom, is unique and showcases architectural prowess of the Pallava dynasty. Mahabalipuram's monuments, including the shore temple, have been a subject of interest since the early European travelers, with accounts from the 18th century mentioning the site's grandeur, contributing to its mystic and legend of the seven pagodas. The city of Baia, located on the northwestern shore of the Gulf of Naples, Italy, once was a renowned Roman resort town, now partially submerged due to the bradyseism, a geological phenomenon causing land to rise and fall. The structures, dating back to the late Roman Republic and into the empire, particularly from the 1st century BC and 4th century AD, would today be approximately 1,600 to 2,100 years old. The site's submersion has preserved wealth of artifacts, including mosaics and statues. Though direct carbon dating of these structures is less common due to preservation concerns, However, associated artifacts like pottery and organic materials have been dated, corroborating the historical timeline of the occupation of this area and its eventual submersion. The site is described by ancient writers like Seneca as a place of excess, where the elite could indulge in pleasures away from the public eye, earning it a reputation akin to modern-day Las Vegas. Ruins of Alexandria. The underwater ruins of Alexandria, located off the coast of what is now modern Alexandria, Egypt, encompasses a vast archaeological site that includes remnants of ancient cities' royal quarters, temples, and what is to believe part of the pharaoh's lighthouse, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. These structures submerged due to a combination of natural disasters like earthquakes and subsidence, date back to the Hellenistic period, with some parts possibly from the time of Alexander the Great's founding of the city in 331 BCE, making them approximately 2,353 years old today. While direct carbon dating of the submerged structures themselves might not be feasible or necessary due to their known historical context, associated artifacts like pottery, statues, and other archaeological remains and other architectural elements have been dated, confirming the timeline of Alexandria's ancient grandeur. The pharaoh's lighthouse, if indeed part of the underwater ruins, would represent one of the few remains of the seven wonders still accessible, partially submerged. Excavations have uncovered statues and sphinxes, some of which are believed to depict Cleopatra's family, offering a rare glimpse into the dynasty's portrayal in art. The underwater archaeological park proposed for Alexandria aims to preserve these ruins in situ, allowing for a unique form of tourism where visitors can explore history beneath the wave. Olus, Crete. Situated near the modern town of Ilonda, Crete, the ancient city of Olus represents one of the most intriguing underwater archaeological sites in the Mediterranean. This Dorian city, believed to have been submerged due to either a landslide or significant earthquake around the 2nd century AD, features structures that date back to at least the Hellenistic period, with some evidence suggesting earlier Minoan use. Today, these ruins, which include remnants and fortifications, buildings, and possibly a harbor, would be approximately 1,800 to 3,500 years old, depending on specific structures or artifact in question, although direct carbon dating of the submerged structures might not be common due to the preservation concerns. Associated artifacts like pottery and inscriptions have been dated, corroborating the historical timeline. The city's connection to goddess Britomartis, whose effigy appeared on Olus coins, highlights the religious significance of the site, with her temple believed to have been the central feature. The use of materials from Olus from the construction of the Spinalonga fortress indicates a practical reuse of ancient stones, blending historical periods in a tangible way. Ongoing underwater research indicates high-resolution 3D reconstructions aim not to only map the city but also understand its layout, suggesting a well-planned urban center with significant maritime activity. Canopus, Egypt, located near the modern-day Abu Qir, approximately 20 kilometers northeast of Alexandria, the ancient city of Canopus was a significant religious and cultural center in antiquity, mentioned by classical authors for its grandeur and the worship of the gods Serapis. The city, believed to have been founded around the 6th century BC Ptolemaic period, until its eventual submersion, likely due to a combination of natural disasters and sea level changes, around the 8th century AD. This timeline places some of the structures as being over 2,600 years old today. Although direct carbon dating of submerged structures might not be confirmed, performed due to preservation concerns, artifacts like pottery, inscriptions, and statues recovered from the site have been dated and confirm its actual age. Linked to Thonis by a canal, forming a significant religious route for the annual procession Osiris, highlighting its importance in ancient Egyptian religious practices. Derived from helmsman of Menelaus,
Excavations have uncovered parts of the naos of the decades, a monolithic chapel, suggesting the Canopus was not just the city but a significant religious and architectural center with structures that could rival those on land.
Thank you guys for watching. If you made it all the way through, if you could subscribe, that would be super awesome.